What it do, family? What it do? God bless you. Give me 1 second while I light this toxic stick. What it do, family? What it do? Now, tell me this ain't color coding. Bam, 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 bam. Tell me that ain't color coding. Tell me that ain't color coding. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that ain't color coding. Nah, Derek, you just tripping. You know what I'm saying? You just tripping. These people just coincidentally strangers pull up with all white cars. You just tripping. It ain't got no message behind it. You know what I'm saying? You need to get checked out. You need to go to a psychiatric clinic, man. That's how I be. You know what I mean? But thank God that I woke up another day. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking with my God to the end. You know what I mean? Ain't no separation going on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand for something or fall for anything. You know what I mean? People fall for anything because they don't stand for something, or they thought they stand for something, but when the wind comes and wind blows, they like a trash bag, or you know what I'm saying? They just blow on with the wind like tumbleweed. They just wherever the wind blow, that's where they go. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it's popping at, that's where they at. You know what I mean? But what I wanted to explain today, basically, you know what I'm saying, with this program is basically join them or die program. You know what I'm saying? It's like some state property. Remember the hood movie State Property with Benny Siegel? You know what I'm saying? The rapper in Philly. You know what I'm saying? At the state property, he was like, you know what I mean? Either you gonna get down or you gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? No games being played. You know, they went out the gangster way. This is not that type of a thing because there's so many people behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gangsters behind it. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? It's so many different facets of society behind it. So it's a more sophisticated way. So if they was going for people that were like, gangsters that was really on that type of time, on that suicide time, like they don't care, you know what I mean? They ready to crash out, real crash dummy type fashion. Them people would have been crashed out, you know what I'm saying? Them people that you see on the news that the police have to shoot down, that they crash out, you know what I'm saying? They shoot everybody down, you know what I mean? They do target those type of people, but the main focus be the people that has the ability to endure. It's the fascination of people that could endure the most pain. That's what gives them the fascination. Like, how much can you endure? Like, ooh, like, yeah. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Because basically this program, all the psychological, what is warped around you is basically ways they can, you know what I mean, change your perspective about things, change your religious belief, change your spiritual standing, change your morale, change the way that you look at life. You know what I'm saying? They set up these controlled environments and controlled narratives, you know what I'm saying? Blemishing your image and everything, you know what I'm saying? Putting a little bit of truth with a whole lot of falsehood, you know what I'm saying? And since people don't know you like that, they gonna go with whatever the media or whatever the puppet masters are influencing. You know what I'm saying? That they sit back and see how you endure through the subliminal messages and, you know what I'm saying, the indirects and the reverse psychology that they use, you know, the reverse psychology. Example, the reverse psychology. So basically, like, let's say you looking good or whatever, right? You working out, your body in tip top shape, you know what I'm saying? You're feeling yourself. You out here feeling yourself. They gonna make sure they keep women away from you. It's the reverse psychology game. They're gonna make sure they keep the women away from you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make sure they deprive you from the women when you feeling yourself. And what they're gonna do, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna put a bunch of dudes around. The fun boys gonna come out, the Rainbow Tribe gonna come out stomping. They're gonna come out stomping. You know what I'm saying? And in their way, in their mind, they're humbling you. You know what I mean? They want you to be in a certain mindset where they can infiltrate. You know what I'm saying? Where they can change your perspective, where they can push you towards the direction they want to push you towards. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if you busted, disgusted, or you know what I'm saying, you kind of down, and you know what I'm saying, your confidence ain't shining so bright, what they gonna do, they gonna swarm you with women. They gonna swarm you with unwanted attention, basically. So all it is, it just narrows down to unwanted attention. So I mean, I'm not saying like if you want women, you gotta look busted and disgusted out here, but you just gotta, in this game, it's a psychological game. You gotta kind of beat them at their own game. Because if you out here, you know what I'm saying, having the proper self-esteem and confidence, self-love, that which you should have, which is great that you have that, but you know what I'm saying, the conceitedness, but you're gonna find out that they gonna make sure they keep the women away from you unless you are part of their program. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep the women away from you. And if you out here, you know what I'm saying, with low self-esteem, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, you ain't really worried about the women out here, you know what I mean? They gonna swarm you with the women. They gonna swarm you with unwanted attention. So anything they see that you desire, that you want, they're gonna keep that away from you. So basically, they're like, we're the gatekeepers. The only way that you can get that you desire, you have to join us. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something that they don't have control over, is if there's a certain religion or certain thing, because they don't, believe it or not, they don't have control over everything, not 100%. So certain things they don't want you to be a part of because it's not what they're a part of. You know what I'm saying? So their whole narrative is they're trying to change your perspective. They're trying to change your belief. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get a bunch of people to play this villain hero thing with you. So what is the villain hero thing? So the villain hero thing is what narcissists usually do, you know, or what pimps usually do. You know what I'm saying? You know, so basically they break you on down. You know what I'm saying? They're the reason for your mishaps, all the stuff that's happening to you, and then they play rescue. They try to come and rescue you from the problem. They create the problem and then they create the solution. You know what I'm saying? So when they're trying to, okay, we created the problem, we got him in a certain thing. Now he's isolated. Now he's aware. Now he's awoke to what's going on, but he's standing on his 10 toes and he's enduring. He's not one of these crash out. He's not going out like a gangster. We can't get him to go the gangster route. You know what I'm saying? He's not going the real nigga route. You know what I mean? So now it's time for us to bring in this artificial positive reinforcement. So now it's like, now let's create the solution. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, they look at it like, if we get him to join, you know, pick your poison, we still win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We still win at the end of the day. So they'll try to convince you. They'll use Bible scriptures. They'll use New Age knowledge. They'll use Buddha knowledge. They'll use the Quran, Muslim knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They'll use ancient alien conspiracy knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They'll use hip hop knowledge. They'll use, you know what I'm saying, nerd knowledge. You know what I mean? They'll have a bunch of, you know, beautiful females around. They'll use whatever they can use, or people that they think that matches your characteristic or personality. They'll use them to be like, hey, the world isn't as dark as the Bible says it is. The world isn't as bad as it says it is. You know what I'm saying? You got one life to live. You know what I mean? Either you can endure and live a miserable life, or you can join us. You know what I'm saying? You can join us. You can be like us. You know what I mean? This is the type of narrative that they set up. But I'm telling you, family, don't go for it. You know what I mean? Don't go for them creating a problem, putting all these problems in your life, and then bringing this artificial positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that play positive, they don't have a consistent positivity. You know what I'm saying? It's just positive enough to reel you on in to be bait. So it's that fishing technique. Reel you on in as bait, bring you on in, and then once they got you, they take their mask off. You know what I'm saying? You see the true monster for who they really are. You see the true monster for who they really are. You know what I'm saying? And by that time, it's too late. You got. So you like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So don't fall for the love bombing. You know what I mean? Don't fall for the illusion of a good life. Because these people ain't really living a good life. You know what I mean? They're not living a good life. It's a facade. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a certain level of bitter and misery about themselves, and misery loves company. You know what I mean? You want to stay free. You want to have the freedom of choice. You know what I'm saying? But I choose to have my intimacy with God. You know what I'm saying? Because God allowed me to be protected through this thing. You know what I mean? And just because I know I'm protected, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I could hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible says, do not put your Lord to the test. Do not put your God to the test. The only time you put your God to the test is with tithes and offering. But that comes from churches that's not funded by the government. I see, I'm gonna stay out of it, but I don't, the church that is funded from the government, that's another story. But for the churches that's not funded by the government, you know what I'm saying, tithes and offering, you know what I mean? You got to do your research. You got to do your research and everything. Don't just go with the tradition. Don't just go with the flow of what people tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's all reverse psychology. They're playing the villains and they're playing the heroes in your life. They like pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? Join us or die. This is what this program is about. The TIs that's enduring this are, if they haven't been awoken to what they want them to do, if they haven't really found out, if the crazy subliminals, if they haven't found out what it is that they want them to do, then you're gonna be kind of stuck in that loop. Just stick with God. But for those who reached a certain level where you kind of get an idea what they want you to do, and you ain't going for it, you know what I'm saying? Then you have to endure. You know what I mean? Why endure so long just to go out like that? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what they say, you're not a real nigga. You soft. You know what I'm saying? You not gangster. You know what I'm saying? You live in a fabricated lifestyle. You know what I mean? Come up under our wing, and we'll show you how to be a man. Come up under our wing. You know what I'm saying? It's all this breaking you down just so they can use you like some type of pet, so that you could be their pet. You could carry out their will. The people that caused this problem in your life. How dare these people, right? But you got to stand on your toes. You got to stand for something or fall for anything. You got to stand on your concrete, you know what I'm saying? And find ways to love yourself and love the choices that you made and endure and keep an intimate relationship with God and try to, and as best your ability, keep peace with the people around you. You know what I'm saying? Keep the peace. You don't have to participate in what they got going on, even if it seems like it's positive. You know what I'm saying? Keep the peace and respect that they doing positive. But if you know, like how I know it's artificial, then stay away from that crap. Keep yourself in the word, fill yourself up with the word, and keep a relationship with God. Just because people talk about God don't mean that they come from God. In the Bible it says the demons believe too. So just by believing it's not acceptable. Just by believing. Read Matthew chapter 7, verse 21 through 22. Not all that believe is gonna have salvation. You know what I'm saying? Even the demons believe. You know what I mean? So faith alone ain't gonna get it, ain't gonna cut that check. You know what I'm saying? So just because people talk about God or just because people talk positivity don't mean they come from God and don't mean that they really about that positive lifestyle. It's all a trick. It's all bait. Use your discernment, family. Peace.